Well, I want to start by saying that I think it's wonderful that film photography has been seeing a resurgence over the last few years. However, many photographers are choosing to scan their negatives and work them in the computer, which I think is a completely viable option, but I'm making this video to encourage the use of the traditional wet darkroom, specifically for silver gelatin black and white printing, but it's completely possible to print color in a darkroom situation. I think that printing in the darkroom is a unique experience that every photographer should endeavor to have in their photographic journey. I have printed traditionally in the darkroom for many years, and almost everything that you ever see of my work has been printed traditionally in the wet darkroom. I believe strongly that the negative is the score and the print is the performance. And printing in a traditional darkroom offers a set of unique challenges and rewards that I think that every photographer should endeavor to experience. And if you've already experienced it but haven't been in the traditional darkroom for a while, I hope this video encourages you to get back in there and start making prints again. Working traditionally in a darkroom is a totally different experience in terms of how you come to the finished product. It has a unique different look. It has a whole set of parameters that are much different in what sort of negative you need and how you have to control those values and the contrast and dodging and burning and so forth. But really what's going on here is I'm trying to encourage those who have never been in a traditional darkroom to get into that darkroom and experience it. I have this feeling that what is going to happen in the industry specifically is that the darkroom is going to wane and fade over the years, and it's going to become harder and harder to find the supplies. So with that being said, what I'm trying to do to encourage those who don't have the equipment and want to pursue working in the traditional darkroom is I'm going to give away this enlarger and this darkroom equipment that you'll need to set up your own, to get you started setting up your own darkroom so that you can print traditionally. Now I'm going to go over some of the logistics about how you will enter to win this and what it will take, but right now I'm going to go over the actual equipment that I am going to give away. The Enlarger is a Beseler Dichro 35S. This is goes 35mm up to medium format 6x7. Now I will be including in this a 6x6 negative carrier for square. Square was near and dear to my heart. When I shot medium format, I shot a lot of square images. I just like the format. I will also be including the 35mm negative carrier as well, if you decide to shoot 35mm. I want to encourage the use of medium format, though. 35mm is a completely viable option, and it's fine. It doesn't really matter to me as long as you're printing traditionally in a wet darkroom. But medium format has such better quality than 35mm. I will also be including the lens to do 35mm, a 50mm lens for the Enlarger, as well as a 75mm lens to do the medium format square. Now, technically medium format square should have an 80mm lens, but I did test this on there and it covers the entire 6x6 negative, but it would not cover a 6x7 negative if you chose to do that. So I'm going to keep going over some of these things. Again, wait till the end of the video and I'll go over the logistics about how you'll enter to win this. All of this stuff. I will also include a grain focuser. It's just a standard grain focuser, but it's in good shape. Actually, all of this is in really good shape, especially the Enlarger. The Enlarger is pretty much almost brand new. I think if you do win this giveaway, you'll be surprised when you get it about how good a shape it actually is in. It's a dichroic enlarger, so it has the cyan, magenta, and yellow dials, which you can dial in to get your, if you dial in the cyan, the magenta and the yellow in combinations, this will work for your black and white contrast printing filtration. And if you do color, you can also use these to do your color. So moving on, I will be including the timer for the enlarger. This is a simple timer. It's nothing fancy. It's not a digital timer, but it does work. I tested everything out, and so that will also be included. I will be including a set of tongs. Simple things, but needed in a darkroom. And then also we'll include an 8x10 speed easel. And then 3 trays for your developer stop, bath, and fixer. A small darkroom safe light for black and white. This is a very small darkroom safe light, but it will be enough to get you started. And that does work too. I tested everything, it all works. And then I will also include a 8x10 pack of black and white printing paper. This is Arista EDU RC variable contrast pearl finish printing paper. This is, you can purchase this at Freestyle Photo. It's basically FOMA paper rebranded. So the enlarger itself will do up to 11x14. So it moves up and down on its column here, and so you can enlarge up to 11x14. It's rather small, or smaller as enlargers go, so it's perfectly viable to ship. Now let's talk about some of the logistics about how to enter this, and then also the 2 stipulations on winning this. The first stipulation is that you have to be a subscriber to my channel, and that you have to pay for the shipping of all this. Now it weighs altogether 30 pounds. I will ship it anywhere in the world, and so I guess you'll have to take it upon yourself to try and calculate how much the shipping costs would be, because unfortunately I can't pay for the shipping of this as well. I live in northern Indiana, so if you want to calculate it from there to wherever I'd be shipping it to, that will help you get a basis for what the shipping costs will be. If you want shipping insurance, that would be something that's extra on top of that. The value of all this roughly is about $800 retail if it were brand new. On the used market, I don't know, maybe about $350 or $400. So you can enter to win this enlarger. 1, if you are a subscriber to my channel, and 2, if you agree to pay for the shipping. You can enter to win this if you go to my website, csheiks.500px.com, and send me an email through the contact link on that webpage. Send me your name and the state or country that you live in, and then on September 1st I will do a drawing, and we will find out who is the lucky winner of all of this stuff. I am doing this because I really want to encourage the traditional black and white darkroom, and I want to provide an opportunity to those photographers who may not be able to afford all of this stuff to begin their journey in the traditional black and white darkroom. I have been very blessed in a lot of the things that I have gotten over the years to work in the darkroom. I would actually even entertain the idea of giving away a 4x5 enlarger if the logistics of shipping it weren't so outlandish. But I have lots of darkroom equipment, and I was thinking the other day, I really need to encourage people to get into the traditional darkroom and experience it. So I hope that you find this interesting. I hope that you want to enter to win this. I hope that if you have printed traditionally in the darkroom in the past and have not for many years, that this sort of inspires you to go back into the traditional darkroom and experience that again. And it's just my way of trying to give back. So please feel free to share this if you think that there's someone else that might be interested in a chance to win this equipment. And I look forward to all of you who enter, and When September 1st comes along, it'll be really interesting to see who wins this.